Hey y'all, this is T with the Way of the Word. Let me explain something to y'all real quick. Okay, so I decided to go into a Christian facility. All right, I stayed there not long at all. So here's the thing, I need y'all to know that spiritual warfare is absolutely real. Listen to me. Not only have I dabbled in witchcraft, but I had to get delivered from it. And that is exactly why I had to go through the dark things that I went through. The devil did not want to let me go. But the simple fact is that I know the rules. I was shown how to do these things. Okay, but I was also shown what Christians are doing, and they have no clue. Do you know that witches and warlocks turn around and do more talking to the devil than Christians do God? Over half of the Christians that don't even have the authority to pray over people, and they're doing it. So anyhow, I go into this place in South Carolina. I'm not going to mention the name of it, but it's a very well known facility here. Okay, and I was wondering why I was guided to do that, because I'm trying to be on my journey, getting my house and starting my own stuff. Right? I know now what it was. Okay, so I get in there, right, and everybody is just so helpful, and instantly I'm able to see what they're doing. Over half of these Christian people thinking that they're praying to God, and they're not. They're summoning something different. Okay? They're unknowledged completely. So we sit there. I wasn't there not even 48 hours, and we had done 10 sessions and went to one church. They were driving Jesus in their mind, driving it and pushing it, and it was fucking demonic. I am telling you, this is a Baptist faith community here. Okay, in the morning time, we get up at 6:45, and I believe it was like 7 or maybe it was 9. I don't know. Each one of us had to read 5 verses out of Psalms and then Corinthians. Okay, it was unreal. So each one of us are reading the verses, and nobody is elaborating on what they mean. Not a soul. It's just reading the verses and continuing to go. No knowledge whatsoever about what these verses are standing for, about what it is meaning in your life. These are people who are recovery addicts. These are people who have demonic impressions all over them, and there's nobody here guiding them and teaching them. And then when there was, I had questions, y'all. Let me tell you. Okay, one of the preachers that we had went to that night, as a matter of fact, that I had gotten there, was trying to talk about Jesus and how Jesus was God before Jesus was even born. I said, "What?" I said, "How in the world are you going to tell me? How are you going to tell me that your God is God and he wasn't even born in Genesis?" This is what these people are teaching Christians. And let me explain something to you. We are mainly a majority of a Christian society. Over half of us, over half of you, are worshiping an entity in church. I am not even kidding you. I couldn't even believe it. So anyhow, I'm sitting here. I've got all kinds of notes. Do you hear me? So one of the women that was there has been there for 16 years. She had the nerve to look at me and say, "You can't act like that and ask him questions like that." And then she's going to tell me that I needed to pull my shirt up. Yes, that's what I'm telling you. So anyhow, after we leave or whatever, and I look right at her, I'm like, "No, ma'am. God don't care what you wear as long as you show up. Lady, you don't even know where I come from. I've come from the depths of hell to give you the message." that you are leading your people straight in the pit of hell. And you know how I know? Because I was there. I've seen it. I've been through it. And when I got delivered, because the devil didn't want to let me go, when I got delivered, I was able to give this information to Christians. That is the only reason why I have suffered as much as I have, because the devil says, you're not going anywhere. You've got too much information. You're not switching sides. You're not trading up. You know what I'm saying? And through the power of Christ and his Holy Spirit, God, not Jesus, God pulled and jerked me to him, because I have this information to give these Christians. Listen to me. You better pray for your salvation. And you better not have a preacher to do it. That is the problem with y'all. Y'all think that somebody's supposed to be leading you there, and you're supposed to be leading yourself. Do not get it confused. Because people like me who used to dabble in that shit will beat you out of your clothes, spiritually speaking. I'm just saying right now, a majority of y'all are pulling and calling from the dead. When you go, have you ever been to a holy church, a holiness? I was raised holiness. Have you ever seen them shout and bang and bang and shout and run, and they're pulling and they're pulling? They're pulling Jesus' spirit. They're not moving in the Christ light. They're pulling his dead spirit. Do you hear what I'm saying? That would be the curse that I had upon me, that I was the one that broke less than 48 hours ago. I am not even kidding you. So everybody, anybody who is listening to me who needs to hear this, I was born in a holiness church. I was raised by a demonic mother who swore up and down she knew Jesus and put me and my life through hell. Do you know my siblings are going through it now and have no idea, because they're not going to believe and trust the fact that this is not a physical war. It is a spiritual one. And I can promise you one thing. The devil is devouring a lot of people, just like that rolling line. That is fact. So if anybody needs any understanding of what I'm doing and who I am an ex-witch who has went straight through hell to get delivered, to give you this message. Stop trusting your pastors and go save yourself. You better reach up to God and Jesus Christ Almighty and say, oh my God, Jesus, I am so sorry. Please don't plead the blood. We ain't asking you to be in a cult. We're not asking you to do blood work, or y'all done lost your minds. The devil's sitting back laughing. Do you know when I was in witchcraft, I was laughing at y'all for doing it. Don't do that. Have you ever visualized Jesus' blood on top of you? Don't you think that's a little demonic? It absolutely is. Didn't I look evil saying it? Because it's an evil thing. And if it wasn't for the glory of God, if it wasn't for Jesus Almighty, I wouldn't be saved today. I'm going to tell you that now. People, get a grip. Get away from the churches. Stay out of the synagogues, because I'm going to tell you now. Your life isn't going the way you think it is. The devil is a lie. All them fancy things you're driving, all the nice house you got, you better really know who your God is. And that's all I have to say about this.